Getting my first view of what the Jensen Interceptor engine compartment looked like, I noticed that there was a square tube about 2 inches square that ran over the inner fender wall and along the front fender on each side, and it terminated down behind the bumper, and there was a port on the bottom of the valance, and there was 2.5-inch outlets on both of those, which I assumed that there was originally a flexible 2.5-inch diameter duct that connected those two, and it was a fresh air intake, which I love. And so I followed it along and back through the firewall, and sure enough, it dumped out into the passenger and driver side, the front side panel. So, ever in pursuit of a more elegant solution, when we modified the front valance to accommodate the new ground effects, or spoiler, we removed the center tooth and fabricated aluminum grill slats similar to the originals above, and we sectioned off the fresh air intakes from that opening and added fabricated powder-coated grills to each side to keep the squirrels from using it for acorn storage. And then I took and cut some pieces of 2.5-inch tubing with a hole drilled through the center and some spare throttle body parts that I had laying around, and created a simple damper. Then I complicated it by adding a 12-volt reversing servo motor to open and close. The Jensen original design had the damper control was actually a carpeted 4-inch square of plywood which slid open and shut in a track fixed to the back of the front side panel. Only moderately functional and rather crude at best, in my humble opinion. I decided to build new kick panels with opening and closing directional orbiting air vents, which I had left over from the original dash. And everything, of course, had to be done in pairs for the driver's and passenger side. And finally then I added the wiring, and I added 2 momentary rocker switches to the new center console to open and close the new motorized dampers in the front. Just seemed to me that a grand touring car deserves more than simply functional devices, and so I added a touch of elegance. My humble opinion.